Every moment offers us the chance to start anew. But there's something special about the turning of a new year. It feels like the world collectively inhales, pauses, and then exhales with the possibility of transformation. It's a reminder that no matter where we've been, we are not bound to stay there. The past is a story already written, but the future is a blank page waiting for us to pick up the pen. Starting fresh isn't about erasing the past, it's about using it as a foundation. Each failure, each setback, and even each moment of doubt, those are the bricks we lay to build something stronger. They are not weights meant to hold us down, but tools to help us rise higher. A new beginning is not just an opportunity to leave behind what didn't work, but a chance to carry forward what did and amplify it. The hardest part of starting is often the start itself. It's looking at the gap between where we are and where we want to be and feeling overwhelmed by the distance. But beginnings aren't about conquering the mountain in one step. They're about lacing up your shoes, taking the first step, and committing to the journey. Progress is made not by leaps, but by the daily decisions to show up, to try again, to embrace the discomfort of growth. Change isn't comfortable. It requires letting go of the familiar and stepping into the unknown. But within that discomfort lies the magic of possibility. The moment we decide to embrace a new beginning, we step into a world where we are no longer defined by our limitations, but by our potential. Every great story of triumph, innovation, and reinvention begins with someone daring to take that first step, despite the fear and uncertainty. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances. Those don't exist. Beginnings aren't perfect, and they don't need to be. They're messy, unpredictable, and sometimes downright terrifying. But that's where the beauty lies, in the courage to start despite the imperfection, to trust the process even when the path ahead is unclear. This moment right here is yours. It's an invitation to dream bigger, to work harder, and to live more authentically. It's a chance to let go of the excuses, the doubts, and the fear that have held you back. Because a new beginning isn't just a gift, it's a choice. And that choice is yours to make. A new beginning is an opportunity to transform past challenges into a foundation for growth. It's easy to view challenges as obstacles, as moments where we feel defeated or stuck. The weight of setbacks, mistakes, and failures can sometimes make us question whether moving forward is even possible. But these moments, as painful as they might be, are not the end of the story. They are part of the process, a necessary step in the journey of growth. Challenges are not there to stop us. They are there to shape us. When we reflect on the past, it's tempting to focus on the moments we wish we could change or the decisions we regret. However, what if those moments weren't setbacks but stepping stones? What if every difficult situation was preparing us for the next stage? Growth isn't linear, and progress doesn't always come from success. Often it's the challenges that teach us the most. They reveal our resilience, test our determination, and push us to innovate and adapt in ways we never imagined. Consider the process of learning a new skill. It's rarely smooth or effortless. Mistakes are inevitable, and frustration is a given. But each mistake, each failed attempt, is a lesson in disguise. It's an opportunity to learn what doesn't work, refine your approach, and come back stronger. The same is true for life's broader challenges. They force us to confront our weaknesses, reevaluate our strategies, and sometimes reimagine our goals entirely. But through that process, we grow. We become more resourceful, more resilient, and ultimately more capable. Challenges also provide us with perspective. It's often only after overcoming a difficult period that we can look back and see how much we've learned. In the moment, the weight of a problem might feel unbearable, but over time we realize that it taught us patience, empathy, or a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. These lessons become the foundation for future growth. They give us the tools and the confidence to face the next challenge, knowing that we've overcome adversity before and can do it again. A new beginning allows us to reframe how we see our past challenges. Instead of viewing them as failures or reasons to give up, we can choose to see them as the groundwork for what's to come. It's about shifting the narrative from "I failed" to "I learned." This mindset doesn't just change how we view the past, it transforms how we approach the future. It reminds us that setbacks are temporary, but the lessons they offer can last a lifetime. The power of transformation lies in our ability to take ownership of our story. No one's journey is without difficulty, but it's how we choose to respond that defines us. When faced with a challenge, we can either let it define us or use it to redefine ourselves. It's not about erasing the past, but about building on it, taking what we've learned, and using it to propel us forward. Every successful person has faced challenges, moments where giving up might have seemed like the easier choice. But what sets them apart is their decision to keep going, to see the value in their struggles, and to use those experiences as fuel for their growth. They didn't let their challenges limit them. Instead, they let them inspire action and transformation. A new beginning is a powerful thing because it's not tied to a specific moment in time. It can happen whenever we decide to embrace it. It's a mindset, a choice to move forward with the understanding that our past doesn't define our future. Our challenges don't determine our worth, they shape our character. And when we use them as a foundation for growth, we unlock the potential to become something far greater than we ever imagined. Progress starts with small, consistent steps, even in the face of discomfort and uncertainty. In a world that often glorifies overnight success and instant gratification, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the distance between where you are now and where you want to be. The gap can seem insurmountable, and the temptation to wait for the perfect moment can lead to inaction. But real progress is rarely about big, dramatic leaps. It's about the quiet, persistent effort you put in day after day, even when it feels like you're moving at a snail's pace. Small steps might seem insignificant in the moment, but they are the building blocks of transformation. Imagine filling a jar with drops of water. At first, it may seem like nothing is happening. The jar remains mostly empty, and your efforts might feel futile. But over time, drop by drop, the jar fills. Progress is like that. Each small action, no matter how minor it may seem, contributes to a greater whole. The key is consistency, showing up every day and committing to the process, regardless of the results you see in the short term. Discomfort often accompanies progress, and that's not a bad thing. It's a sign that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, challenging yourself, and growing in the process. Growth requires effort, and effort is rarely comfortable. Whether it's learning a new skill, building a habit, or pursuing a goal, there will be moments of frustration, self-doubt, and even fear. These feelings are natural, but they're not reasons to stop. They're reminders that you're pushing yourself towards something greater. Uncertainty is another inevitable companion on the journey of progress. No one can predict the outcome of their efforts with complete certainty. This lack of guarantees can be intimidating, but it's also what makes the journey worthwhile. If success were guaranteed, the process would lose its meaning. It's the uncertainty that makes each step an act of courage, a testament to your belief in yourself and your ability to adapt to whatever challenges come your way. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in achieving progress, and it starts with that first small step. Once you take that step, the next one becomes a little easier, and the one after that easier still. Each action builds upon the one before it, creating a ripple effect that accelerates your progress over time. But momentum doesn't happen without action, and action doesn't require perfection. It requires starting, no matter how small or imperfect that start might be. Think about the power of habits. The small daily actions you take have a compounding effect over time. Reading a page a day can lead to finishing multiple books in a year. Saving a small amount of money regularly can build a substantial financial cushion over time. Exercising for even 10 minutes a day can transform your health and energy levels. It's not about how much you do at once. It's about doing it consistently. The results might not be visible right away, but they will come if you stick with it. Patience is crucial when progress feels slow. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but meaningful change takes time. Every great achievement you admire was built through countless small, unremarkable actions. The artist who creates a masterpiece doesn't do so in a single day. It's the result of years of practice, dedication, and incremental improvement. The same principle applies to any goal you pursue. The key is to trust the process and keep moving forward, even when it feels like progress is invisible. What matters most is your commitment to the journey, not the speed at which you travel. There will be days when you feel like you're making significant strides, and days when it feels like you're barely moving. Both are part of the process, and both are valuable. The important thing is to keep showing up, to keep taking those small steps, and to trust that each one brings you closer to your destination. Over time, those steps will add up to something extraordinary. Beginnings are not about perfection, but about courage and the choice to embrace possibility. It's natural to want things to be perfect when starting something new. The desire to have everything aligned, to avoid mistakes, and to feel completely prepared can be overwhelming. Yet, waiting for perfection often leads to paralysis. The truth is, no beginning will ever be flawless, and chasing perfection at the start can prevent us from ever truly beginning. It's not about having all the answers, but about having the courage to take the first step, knowing that clarity and growth come through action. Courage is the driving force behind every meaningful start. It's the willingness to face the unknown, to step forward even when the path ahead is unclear. Starting something new often means stepping into uncertainty, where outcomes are unpredictable and guarantees are non-existent. This can be intimidating, but it's also where growth happens. Every significant achievement begins with a moment of courage, a decision to act despite fear and doubt. Without that courage, the possibility of what could be remains just a dream. Possibility is the essence of new beginnings. It's the recognition that the future is not set in stone, that change is always possible, and that we have the power to create something new. When we embrace possibility, we open ourselves up to opportunities we might never have imagined. It's a mindset that allows us to see challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers, and to view each new beginning as a chance to learn, grow, and evolve. Possibility doesn't guarantee success, but it does guarantee potential, a potential that can only be realized through action. The pursuit of perfection can be a trap. It creates unrealistic expectations that are impossible to meet, leading to frustration, self-doubt, and often giving up entirely. Perfection assumes that mistakes are failures when in reality mistakes are an essential part of the journey. They teach us what doesn't work, sharpen our skills, and help us discover new approaches. When we let go of the need for perfection, we free ourselves to experiment, to take risks, and to learn from the inevitable missteps along the way. Beginnings are messy, and that's okay. They are filled with trial and error, uncertainty, and moments of doubt. But they are also filled with possibility, excitement, and the potential for transformation. The messiness of starting is not a flaw, it's a feature. It's through the process of trying, failing, and trying again that we grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable. The imperfections of a beginning are not signs of weakness, but evidence of effort and determination. Taking that first step requires a mindset shift. It's about accepting that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Each small action, no matter how imperfect, moves you closer to your vision. Over time, those actions compound, creating momentum and building confidence. With every step, you learn more about yourself, your goals, and the path forward. The journey might not look exactly as you imagine, but it will be uniquely yours, a reflection of your courage, persistence, and willingness to embrace the process. Starting something new often means confronting fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success. These fears are natural, but they don't have to hold you back. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. Every time you choose courage over fear, you reinforce your belief in yourself and your ability to navigate challenges. This self-belief becomes a powerful force that propels you forward, even in the face of setbacks. Embracing possibility means staying open to the unexpected. It's about being willing to adapt, to pivot when necessary, and to see detours as opportunities rather than obstacles. The journey of a new beginning rarely goes exactly as planned, but that's part of its beauty. The unexpected twists and turns often lead to discoveries and opportunities that we couldn't have anticipated. By staying open to possibility, we allow ourselves to explore paths we might not have considered and to grow in ways we never imagined. A new beginning is an act of hope, a declaration that the future can be different from the past. It's a commitment to growth, to learning, and to becoming the best version of ourselves. It's not about getting everything right from the start, but about having the courage to start, the persistence to continue, and the openness to learn and adapt along the way. In embracing imperfection and possibility, we give ourselves the freedom to create a future that is not bound by our fears, but shaped by our dreams.